It has been determined that the much-anticipated facelift of the Tesla Model Y, which was codenamed Juniper, will not be released this year. Immediately following the recent facelift that was applied to the Tesla Model 3, which was dubbed to as the Highland, there were rumors that the Model Y might receive a similar treatment sooner rather than later. In addition to the Cybertruck, Tesla's current lineup of automobiles includes the Model 3, Model Y, Model S, and Model X. In China, the Model 3 and Model Y are the only Tesla vehicles that are built locally. The other Tesla models are not. Beginning on October 19, 2023, sales of the upgraded Model 3, also known as the Model 3 Highland, were initiated in China. This event marked the first significant update to the electric vehicle model, which had been introduced in 2017. According to a report that was published by Reuters on March 1 of the previous year, Tesla was in the process of preparing manufacturing adjustments for the Model Y, which was anticipated to begin sales in October of 2024. According to the article, the modifications that Tesla is making to the Model Y, which the company has referred to as Project Juniper, are affecting both the outside and the interior of the SUV. According to the story, Tesla had separately solicited estimates from suppliers for exterior and interior components for the Juniper version of the Model Y, which was scheduled to commence into production in 2024. The report quoted two individuals who were acquainted with the subject. On the other hand, Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla, has put an end to those rumors. In a statement made on his social media site X, which was formerly known as Twitter, Elon Musk stated that there will be no refresh for the Model Y this year. It is important to note that Tesla is constantly working to improve its automobiles. Consequently, even a vehicle that is 6 months older will be a little bit better. In this context, Mr. Musk is referring to the over-the-air upgrades that are routinely distributed to Tesla products. His comments provide credence to a number of reports that were published earlier this year in China. At that time, the corporation informed journalists stationed in China that the Shanghai factory does not intend to redesign the Model Y during the year 2024. Let's find out more. In spite of this, the door had been left open for models that were manufactured in the United States and Germany to obtain a facelift, but Mr. Musk has now closed that door. As was the case with the facelift of the Model 3, which was referred to as Highland, Tesla is anticipated to make more significant visual changes in order to assist in maintaining the popularity of the Model Y in the face of significant competition, particularly from Chinese brands in China. Alterations, similar to those made to the Model 3, might also include modifications to the suspension and enhancements to the range. It is also anticipated that it would arrive with a redesigned steering wheel, which will replace the conventional column stalks. There is a possibility that it will include buttons for the indicators that are positioned on the steering wheel, similar to the Model 3, rather than an indicator stalk. An additional display for the rear passenger was included in the revised Model 3. At the beginning of this year, Tesla released a number of modifications for the Model Ys that were sold in China. However, the versions that were sold in Australia simply received a new wheel design and a few new color options, despite the fact that they were assembled in China. In China, Tesla announced that the vehicle's range had been somewhat improved, and that it also had RGB ambient interior lighting and a new textile finish for the dashboard on its website. 2 years after the initial models were introduced in other countries, the Model Y was introduced in the United States in August of 2022. The Tesla Model Y was the best-selling car not only in Europe, but also worldwide in 2023, with around 1.23 million copies sold. This figure is much higher than the sales of the Toyota RAV4/Wildlander, which totaled 1.07 million units. It was also the most popular new automobile among private customers in Australia, placing 6th overall when fleets and corporations were taken into consideration. In recent times, Tesla has implemented a number of price reductions for the Model Y, with the price of the Model Y having decreased 3 times since March 2024. With the standard rear-wheel drive configuration, It now begins at $55,900 before on-road fees. This represents a savings of $5,000 compared to its previous update, as well as a reduction of $9,500 since the arrival of the significantly updated SUV in April. Despite the fact that sales of the electric SUV dropped by 49.4% in May 2023 compared to the previous month, there have been 13.8% more copies sold compared to the beginning of the year.